Imagine this. It's nighttime in the Amazon rainforest. Somewhere in the damp leaves, something enormous is moving slowly. It's not a snake. It's not a lizard. It's a spider. And it's just caught a bird. If you've always thought that spiders are those little creatures you squash with your shoes, today your reality will change forever. Welcome to the world of Theraphosa blondie, the Goliath bird-eating spider. The largest spider on planet Earth. The Goliath bird eater. Literally Goliath who eats birds. Even the name sounds like a final boss in a video game. This spider lives in the tropical forests of South America, Brazil, Venezuela, Guyana, and Suriname. It prefers places that are humid, dark, and have plenty of food. In other words, the perfect conditions for your worst nightmare. Its leg span can reach up to 30 centimeters. For comparison, that's the size of a standard dinner plate. It weighs up to 170 grams. Its body is covered in brown-black hairs, thick and stiff. And no, they're not just for looks. But before you close the video, keep watching. Because this spider is far more interesting than it is scary. Let's talk about how it hunts. And no, it doesn't spin a fancy web. The Goliath is an ambush hunter. It waits, motionless, for hours. It hides in burrows or under leaves and waits until its prey comes close enough. Sensing vibrations in the ground is its main tool. The hairs on its legs are so sensitive that they can detect movement from several meters away. When the prey is within striking distance, a lightning-fast attack. Fangs up to 2.5 centimeters long pierce the victim. Venom is injected into the wound. Not fatal to humans, but for an insect, a frog, or a mouse. It's the end. Then something slightly gruesome happens. It injects digestive enzymes directly into the victim's body. It literally dissolves the insides. And then it simply sucks out the liquid mass. That's what Goliath's breakfast looks like. And about birds. The name bird eater is a bit of a marketing exaggeration. Yes, there are documented cases where these spiders have caught small chicks that fell from their nests. But their main diet consists of insects, frogs, rodents, small snakes, and lizards. Still, birds are on the menu. And that's enough to keep the name. Now let's talk about defense. Because this spider isn't just a hunter, it's also an excellent defender. The first mechanism is sound. The Goliath can rub its legs together to produce a hissing, grinding sound that can be heard several meters away. This is called stridulation. If you hear this sound in the jungle at night, you'd better turn around and leave. The second defense mechanism is its hairs, the very ones that cover its body. They're no ordinary hairs. The Goliath can use its hind legs to fling a cloud of these hairs directly at a threat. And these hairs are irritants. They get into the eyes, nose, mouth, and skin, causing severe irritation. For humans, it feels like contact with stinging nettles. For small animals, it can be dangerous. The third is the bite, if nothing else has helped. The Goliath's venom is not fatal to humans. Its effect is comparable to a wasp sting. But the fangs, 2.5 centimeters. That in itself is a serious mechanical injury. And now for the most amazing part. What makes the Goliath spider not just terrifying, but truly unique. It molts. Like crabs and snakes, it sheds its entire exoskeleton. Every time it molts, it is completely renewed, larger, with new fangs and new skin. And if it loses a leg, after molting it will grow back. Regeneration. In a spider, females live up to 25 years. Males, significantly less, 3 to 6 years. Most males die shortly after mating, sometimes at the hands of the female. It's a tender end to romance in the spider kingdom. Another fact, it's edible. The local Paymon tribes in Venezuela traditionally eat Goliath spiders. They roast them right in the leaves over an open fire. They say the taste is similar to shrimp. They even singe the hairs before cooking because they're aware of the defensive mechanism. And finally, a scientific note. Despite the title world's largest, there is some competition. The hunting spider Heteropoda maxima has a larger leg span, but is significantly lighter. The Goliath spider holds the absolute record for body mass, a true heavyweight among spiders. Okay, but why should we even care about this big, hairy monster? First, Goliath beetles are an important part of the Amazon's ecosystem. They keep insect and rodent populations in check. Remove them from the food chain, and the entire balance will collapse. Second, scientists are still studying their biology. The composition of their venom, molting mechanisms, and neural responses, all of this has potential medical applications. Some proteins from arachnid venom are already being researched as a basis for painkillers. Third, and this is the most important point, they've done nothing to us. The Goliath spider doesn't hunt humans. It doesn't attack without a reason. A bite is only a last resort for defense. Most encounters end with the spider simply walking away. Our fear of spiders, arachnophobia, is one of the most common in the world, but to a large extent, it is irrational. These spiders have existed for millions of years before us, and they are not monsters, just very, very successful hunters. I'm not saying you have to like it, but you have to admit it deserves respect. If you want to learn more about amazing animals that will shatter your perceptions of nature, subscribe to the channel. The next video will be just as spine-chilling, and check your shoes before you put them on, just a habit.